Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Miss Cummins here. Before this video starts, I want to quickly say I'm flying out the I'm flying out the Mitsubishi A6M2 no the A6M5 Co, the premium M0. If you're wondering why I got this game on, is because I can be identified in simulator battles. That's all. Because Americans get the 0, the Kai 661, the Kai 43, and also the BF119 F4. It's really annoying when you're playing simulator battles and the suckers are on your tail, like when you're playing against them, and sometimes allies don't know if it's friendly or enemy, because sometimes the American players hide the wrinkles. They put Japanese circles on the wings, so you think they're ally, but they're not. They're an American pilot. I'm being a dick in some cases, but it happens, and it happened once in World War II. So, but unfortunately, the pilot was killed 2 days later when he got his very first confirmed kill with American wrinkles on a P-47. Which P-47 was it? It was the I think it was the D-25. I think it is the one that's in game. I think it's like the D-25. I think that's the brown one. He found it completely undamaged, and he flew it because he landed his BF-119. It was completely wrecked. He landed inside a field, and he found this aircraft. Took back to his base. It was full of fuel. The pilot literally died from blood loss. The plane was completely fine, except for the cockpit was full of rounds going downwards. None of the things were hit inside the aircraft. It was all downwards. So likely all the bullets pierced the canopy, but went straight through any sort of major obstacle, like any sort of like primary thing. It's luckily what the Germans did, that they fixed the canopy, stuff like that, and the German pilot flew out as it was to test it out, and he was called to go into the air, and he engaged fighter planes. Technically it's a war crime, but technically in history, Germany and Japan never fully signed the Japan never signed the same as Russia. It's never signed the Red Cross Act, basically the POW system, or like all the stuff that happened after World War One. Germany signed half of it. They signed that they would treat the prisoners of war as what they did during World War One. Never really happened because Hitler was in command. So that was thrown out the window. But the bit that they needed to sign for, you must use like your own wrinkles on an aircraft, say like the Bundeswehr, or said like a some sort of cross on aircraft, or even a swastika on the aircraft to identify if it's enemy. I mean, if it's German, this pilot never did that. He shot down by a friendly. He was shot down by a P-47 because the P-47 saw the German fighter plane. He thought it was friendly, shooting at a bomber, engaging a bomber, and the bomber called that a P-47 was engaging them, and they said it's a friendly. It was the German pilot, and the American P-47 shot him down. Saw that he was wearing German uniform on, and shot him dead. Like, I don't know how he saw him. I don't know how he saw his uniform. That it's very scarce on the information, but it's out there. You can look it up. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. That's the reason why I have this system on my Zero. But anyway, let's get into the game. Let's first start off with some history, because I want to show this game off because it's quite interesting. It's quite unique to me, because something happens, and happened in my Spitfire, if you guys have seen that, but a lot more wing disappeared this time. So the Mitsubishi A6M5 was a long range fighter aircraft. Also, there was recon variants of this aircraft with having mounted cameras underneath the aircraft and also in the tail section of the aircraft, as here, to give people a full rounding view, and also those cameras also mounted in the wings. But this was later on variances. This was the variances what I have. This is the plane that I have. I think it was the He that had cameras mounted underneath. Like this little thing here was removed, and they put a camera in there. Some other systems, the tailhook was removed. It was meant for land-based recon. The recon sort of planes were used limited, but they were used still. The first counts that they were first fully in use was in Guadalcanal, and also in New Guinea, like taking photos of like the harbour for the Japanese, and also Petaloo. Petaloo was a major example of the Japanese ever doing full-on recon to really give them a clear evaluation of what happened and what went down during this fight. What they did was like they launched Mitsubishi Zeros that had cameras mounted underneath the wings and also in the tails. These were the early versions of these aircrafts. This was the M6A3 variant that had a camera mounted. It was limited of them, only 45 were ever, only 40 of them were ever produced. They were quite scarce. The M5 variant was even more scarce. It was only 20 was ever made. But the ones who were made were sent straight towards the front. Were sent to islands that were all around Japan, all around the islands, like all around the home islands, stuff like that. Some even didn't even make it to their home bases. Some of them got shot down, or they lost their way towards the islands where they were going. It does happen. It did happen a few times during World War II. B-17 pilots and B-29 pilots and B-24 pilots there's multiple counts of them losing where they were going and crashing into the Atlantic or in the Pacific. So when they were taking photos of the beaches of Petaloo, they found the mass carnage, both American, taking photos of the entire fleet that was currently off of the island, and saw medical ships, rocket aircraft. They could see land craft still flooding in. They can still. The water was red. To the pilots who saw them, he flipped the planes over, didn't take photos of it. But his accounts was like the beach was red with blood. The sea, like for a certain tent, was filled with blood, bits of metal. I forgot the designation for the tanks. I think the LVTs. Scattered, litting the entire beach. The ones who were abandoned and were thrown away, like were just like abandoned, and the crews went inland. They were found. What they did was they took photos of the airfield. They took photos of where the Americans were and see where the Japanese were. What the pilots did, they flew all the way back to their island, and they headquartered into the island, saying you're outnumbered by 10-1. There's no hope. The Americans were literally from one side of the island to the next, like to one side of the airfield to the next. It was going to be impossible for the Japanese, and to them it was a suicide mission. Like the entire Petaloo campaign was a suicide mission for the Japanese in that island. Don't worry about this. I killed nearly everyone on this side of Taiwan Island. The real destination for the Zero was Niki. ZEKE, but formerly known as Zero. As it's formerly known. This is my very first kill. I'm going to own an AD-2 Dauntless, a dive bomber or attacker aircraft, whatever you want to call it, by pilot sniping him in the face, into the back of the head. I do one casual mistake in a Zero, but happens. With the Zeros, like, well, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna own these guys. So, and here's my second kill coming up. And you don't need those wings. The actual force of the actual pressure ripped off his left wing, and the right wing I took off with my guns. And this C5 has no idea how to fight a Zero. Probably just got the aircraft and hit him, and he went into a flat spin and died. 3 kills. That's pretty much it. Like I get my last kill and stuff like that. Before I quickly end this video, the Japanese Zero, as people know it, was actually it retired from service in September the 2nd, 1945, when World War II ended. When World War II, when all conflicts physically ended, like all combats ended, like any firefights ended on that day. But technically, the Japanese Air Force was still in service until two months after World War II. I just had to finish him off because he wasn't going to bail out. So the Japanese Zero was technically still in service. And this is where I say, well, I have no wing. This guy dies, and I don't know what happens to this Tempest, but I look at my map and I see a juicy target. I do try and catch this guy, but I look behind me, say, ooh, a Spitfire. I do see him on my map. I'm just currently trying to get myself not killed. I'm just thinking, I can still get this guy. No. But I don't know what happens to these guys, but I do see the Spitfire. I saw him before. I knew where he was. And he was flying towards the airfield. Now, there you go. He's got shot down. I don't know how he died. It was by a J7W1. I never realized this during in-game. And a J5N was shot down by a destroyer. Should I kill this guy? I shouldn't in some cases, but I wanted to get the last kill. Game's over. Quickly pauses. This plane can still operate with its wing removed. Hang on, what's the flyby? No, what's the wing view? I want the outer wing. Gun view? No. Default view. Yeah. There is no wing on my aircraft, and also my rear flaps. Can I do this? Yeah. That's amazing. It still has the old flight model system. Wow. Yeah. This is shot out. They don't work anymore. As you guys can see, they're red. But it's completely removed. You can see how much my wing disappeared. I lost about 4% of my control surfaces, so there's no control. I still have control over this wing, but it's really more like it's probably going to, and by this time I'm trying to fight my engine and also my oil. My oil and my engine is overheating a little bit. I have no idea, like, these guys were shot down, so I was like, well, I'm dead. I can fly back, I can fly towards this airfield and probably do a vertical landing, but I'm badly hit, and my other wingtip on the other side is almost all gone as well. And looking at it right now, my control surfaces to my flaps were gone. because they're gone. And looking at it, my structure should technically still be there because it's not damaged, so it should technically should still be popping up. But it could be like the wing snapped and bent them and snapped them back and ripped them clean off. I don't know. It could have been a thing. What did I damage on the Spitfire, on that Seafire? The left wing. So I'm meant to go into flat spin. It's a thing with the Spitfires. If you hit them in the wing, so that they always lose the left aileron, or they damage the wing and they go into a flat spin. It's really common with the with the Seafires. The very last one. If you hit it in the wings, or if you damage the like ailerons or the things on the wings, like these things, I think the flaps, they'll go into automatic flat spin. It's like flying a Focke-Wulf a like 109, like a 190 any variant in similar battles. You go into a flat spin if you have no idea what you're doing. Unfortunately, I have no idea what I'm doing in a Focke-Wulf. I just muck around in it. I fly all the low tier variants so I can get used to their flight models. That's quite interesting. It's quite funny to see that the Zero can still operate, can still fight with the size of my laptop gone. When they like a half, like my laptop size of the wing is gone. That's a big size of my wing. But yeah, anyway, guys. This video's almost over, there's 1 minute left, and I'd love to say thank you to the people who did not kill me this round. And we still had an F7F. I never realised this. I think you died, I don't know. But I'm trying to fight heat, like oil, engine, stuff like that, and to get shot down by this guy. Where is he? Right there. So he was over here. He was flying over the fleet. I think this is him. Yeah, it was him. This guy saved my life. So Tempest was flying at, wow, 6,000 feet. How was this guy flying at? Oh, no, wrong person. Almost 1,000 feet. Wow, that's very low for. I remember when the S7F was like tier 5.0 or 6 or even 6.0, flying against prop aircrafts like Japanese props. It still does, but it used to fly against like these aircrafts and also like these all the time. It used to face against the covariant. It could not meet it. It couldn't catch up to it. It was insane. You could just fly straight. Like if you got in an angle slightly, if you fly straight down, nothing could catch you. Even if you fly in a straight line, if you do boom and zoom, no one could catch you. It was impossible. So it was awesome. But then they changed the flight, slightly alter the flight model in some cases to his historical data, and also the fact that it now is a hell of a high tier aircraft. Unfortunately, I still fly it out narrower than. But anyway, guys. Let's fly this plane back to base. that was my attempt. I was like, should I fly over the ocean? Didn't realize that the match was almost over. I don't look at the combat messages anymore in this game. My engine was dying on me here until I looked at the game and it was over. So yeah, I was happy about that. I didn't realize that it came up in big, bold letters. Hostile team has lost all objectives and it got 4 kills. And it's awesome. I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna give this replay 2 jingles. So yeah, that'd be awesome. Hopefully he gets to see it. Type say, you can't kill a zero in any way, fashion or form. But yeah, anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more of this in the near future. If you want to see more replays, or if you want to see the live commentary, please let me know in the comments below. And I'm going to now render this video and make it ready for Wednesday. So, Thursday. No, Friday, sorry. Yeah, Friday. You'll be seeing this on Friday morning, my time. My Friday, or America's Thursday morning. That's 7:30 my time. So yeah, I'm always gonna be uploading videos 7:30 my time, like AM. So it's morning, and it's a good time for everyone, because then people in America, it's like 10 o'clock in the night. That's when I watch most videos anyway, on YouTube. So yeah, it's gonna be that time of night. So yeah, I need to get my video up. You guys will already see it by this time. I need to upload two videos around one. So yeah, awesome. Ciao for now, guys. Bye.